I am hot wife and erotic author Juliet Adelaide here with a little impromptu backyard reading from my book, Mrs. Sexy. I do have three in the series, Mrs. Sexy It's Complicated and Mrs. Sexy Under the Influence as well. They're available on Amazon and Google Play Books. I thought I'd read a little bit today about my first real date with Max. Of course, we had already had sex by the time it was our real first date, so for that information, you'll have to read the books. But this was the first time we went out. Max was about 11 years younger than I was, and we hit it off right away. So anyway, we planned for a night out finally together, kind of a more formal date, and this was our evening. Max picked a local bar that had a nice outdoor patio so I could smoke. We grabbed some drinks at the bar, and Max picked out a back corner table. We sat together and chatted and kissed. I loved that Max liked kissing me, even in public. I wasn't normally one for such displays, but it was so fun. It was flattering to think that this hot 31-year-old man didn't care who saw him making out with a 42-year-old married woman. He always said nice things that made me feel younger and made me feel desirable. He would really look at me, too, and always smiled when he looked me in the eyes. Max wanted to get cigarettes, so we left briefly to hit the store to grab some smokes. When we got back, our same table was open, so we sat back down, drank, and smoked and kissed for a very long time. Mac took a selfie of us to send to my hubby. He seemed happy that I was with him and even told me that I had reawakened him. We went back to his place and Max put some music on. We made out in bed for a while, but of course our clothes were soon off and I was back at sucking Max's cock. He advised me last time I sucked it so much it was chafed, so I advised him I could stop, but was promptly refused. I also remembered to bring a ponytail holder this time, as it was easier to tie my hair back while I was sucking cock. I would forget to pack that up, and it became part of Max's room decor, always there, my pony. Max would be impressed that night that I also remembered his initial request for some ass play. Even more impressive, I busted lube out of my purse, and who isn't impressed by a gal with Astroglide and condoms in her purse? We had sex for a while. Max was back straddling me, kneeling over me, as I got some lube on my finger and fulfilled his request. I was advised by Max that he was going to come quickly with this little addition to playtime, and he was right. He was also loud. I remember thinking if Nick's window was open downstairs, he would have gotten to hear the moment as well. Max helped me get cleaned up, held and kissed me some more, and decided he was hungry. He wanted to go to Dennys. It reminded me of my youth when we would go to after hours and wind up Dennys with all the other weirdos in the middle of the night. Okay, so Dennys it is. We decided to walk over as it was a nice evening. I texted hubby that we were heading to Dennys, and I knew he'd be thinking the same as me. My husband and I used to often end up at Dennys with weirdos in the middle of the night years before. Max and I chatted along the way. He told me of his upcoming trip to Vegas with Nick for a pirate festival of some sort. He was going to help Nick sell his pirate cards. He was excited about it. I was not. From the dates that he told me initially, it sounded like I wouldn't see him for a couple of weeks. I also had all these jealous thoughts about how many women he and Nick would go through on their big pirate adventure. I wasn't supposed to be jealous about Max with other women. I was married and even had another lover, so why did it bother me? Max was very open about his new feeling of sexual awakening, which he was always mentioning, but I wasn't thrilled with the idea. I was sexually open to many things, but I am also female, and thinking of Max off with many women did not throw me at all. I pretended to be happy with him and had a BLT. Check out my witty, erotic, and true story romance books. They're very entertaining. They're available on Amazon and Google Play Books. Or you can, for more information, you can always go to my website, www.mrssexybook.com. I do also have my blog there where I do updates with more recent dates that I've had, as well as things that are going on in my life, messages that I get from strangers, just a variety of things. Links to my OnlyFans page for feet, toes, and legs enthusiasts are also on there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a sexy day.